going for 2 shaves in a row, and I'm super excited for the gear that I'm using today. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back. My name is Chris. You can search me here on YouTube or Instagram, shave_and_chat. I'm here with the Razor Company, and I am super excited for today's shave. Now, as you may have noticed from the intro picture, I'll be taking down 1 day's worth of growth with the Razor Company's stainless steel razor. This is a beautiful piece of art. And lately, I've been getting into polishing, so I went and polished this bad boy up, and it is just glowing. Unfortunately, I don't know if you get the same effect. For my soap, I'm going in with McDuff's The Hot Pocket. There's something about McDuff's that I don't fully understand. They take a whole bunch of scents, put it together, and create a beautiful, amazing scented software. Now, this soap has a bit of draft beer within it, mixed with citrus, and they integrated a dupe of Creed Aventus. I'll be lathering up this soap with the trusty Aylsworth Altare with a G5C synthetic knot. Then once my 1 day's worth of growth is gone, I'll be splashing on McDuff's The Hot Pocket Aftershave Splash. And now, because McDuff's is a very soft soap, I guess you could call it a crope, I'm gonna go ahead and bowl lather. As per usual, let's get this shave started with the Leaf pre-shave oil. Now, if you're just getting into traditional wet shaving, or maybe you're exploring it or researching it first, if you're going to bowl lather, as far as scooping out the amount of soap that you need, typically an almond size worth is a good amount. So I'm a father. All my children are now grown and well past infancy. So I found a baby spoon that I used to use way back in the day, and this thing is fantastic for scooping out soap or cream. So there's the amount that I scooped out. Now, once I get it into the bowl, I go ahead and I smear it all around the bowl and thin it out. I just find it easier to lather that way. A great thing about this is while I'm doing all of this, that pre-shave oil is on my face working its magic. It's a win-win. I haven't even lathered yet, and the scent from this soap is outstanding. So there we go. The soap is all smeared around. Typically, there'll be a little bit of soap left on your fingers. So what I like to do is just put it on my face because that's where it'll end up anyways. Next, I grab my brush, I just dunk this into the water, give it a couple swirls in there, pull it out, give it a couple of good shakes, and then get into the bowl and start lathering. If more hydration is needed, I add it as needed. And now when bowl lathering, when it comes to adding water, there's 2 ways that I do it. The first way, I just take the tip of the brush, dunk into the water, get back into the bowl, or I grab my mister, give roughly 3 to 4 squirts, and add hydration that way. So let me go ahead and add some hydration. This is lathering beautifully. So now once I have the consistency that I like from my bowl, I'll then go ahead and paint the soap on first. All right, now that the soap is painted on, let me go ahead and load the razor. And for today's blade, I'll be using a Tatra. All right, so the Razor Company's stainless steel razor is loaded and ready to get to work. Now that the soap has been sitting on my face for a little bit, softening the skin, softening the hair, and getting ready to be cut, I'll go ahead, splay my brush, and really pull the hair out with my lather. I have many McDuff soaps, and I have to say, they are amazing. Now, I believe the Razor Company doesn't carry this specific scent, but they do carry McDuff soaps. So if you want to head over to the Razor Company's website, I'll leave that down below here, you can browse the McDuff software that they offer. As well, definitely check out their stainless steel razor, and you can also pick up the Altare handle at the Razor Company. Once you pick out that handle, you can go ahead and find a knot to purchase. You'll have the brush of your dreams. Also, while you're doing all that stuff online, if you want to go over to Instagram and follow them there, I'll leave their handle down below here. They do have a ton of wet shave content over there. And the one thing that I love, besides everything really, every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, they do a live shave with 4 people. And the people participating in that shave, they're showing off gear that they love and that they're proud of. Plus, during that shave, they pull a name for a prize. That could be you. Speaking of you, do you mind giving this video a thumbs up, sharing this video, and of course, subscribing to the Razor Company's YouTube channel? Thanks a lot. Now let's get on with that shave. All right, first pass with the Razor Company's stainless steel razor with the grain. I might even consider this razor a daily razor. This is really nice. Alright, first pass is done. Guys, this soap and razor combination is fantastic. The McDuff soaps, again, check them out. Pick one up if you haven't already. In my opinion, I'm sure you'll be happy with it. This soap is so slick, and this razor is so efficient and so easy to use. Let's get on with that second pass, because I'm just loving this. Do you have any McDuff soaps? You want to leave that down in the comments? Which one do you have? If I don't have it, maybe I'll want to check it out for myself. All right, here we go. Second pass with the Razor Company stainless steel razor. I'm going to go across the grain. Alright, there you have it. Second pass in the books. Things feel fantastic. Thoroughly enjoying this. So guess what? I'm going in for that third pass. Hold tight. And now, do you have the Razor Company's stainless steel razor? If not, do you have their titanium or their aluminum? Heck, the Razor Company even has an adjustable razor. The Vanguard. Do you have that? If so, leave it down in the comments. I'd love to know. All right, here we go. Third pass with the Razor Company's stainless steel razor against the grain. Third pass in the books. I gotta say something. During that shave, I kept having to remind myself to not press so hard. Mainly because I've been using aluminum razors for the past little while, and I'm so used to the really light razors. The TRC stainless steel, it's definitely not light. It's got some good weight to it. Because I was not paying attention, it's very small, but it looks like I gave myself a bit of a bite. Other than this very tiny mishap, I did enjoy the shave. Let me go ahead, wash off the rest of the soap, and I'll share my thoughts and opinion at the very end of the video. Make sure to stay tuned and wait till the end. All right, let me get in there with my Parker's alum block, and this thing will help out with a little nick. One thing I do love about the alum block is for me, it is a great indicator on how well the shave went. I gotta say, I need to start using heavier razors more often than I do. This shave was a little more stingy than usual. So what I'm doing now is I'm holding the alum block to the nick that I gave myself. I know it's very tiny, and the alum will help heal it. Also, what the alum is doing is closing my pores, and if I would have had irritation, it would help with that as well. And lastly, as I just mentioned before, the alum gives me a good idea on how well the shave went, maybe how aggressive was I? Was I too aggressive? So now, once the alum is on my face, I can feel it tingling right now. It's a cool sensation. If you're new to wet shaving, I recommend picking up an alum block. It's one of my favorite parts of wet shaving. So once I put the alum on my face, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna clean up my area and get it ready for my next shave. Alrighty, so the Aylsworth Altare is all cleaned up and ready for its next use. And now the Razor Company's stainless steel razor is cleaned up and it's ready for its next use. This is such a nice looking razor. And now that my area is all cleaned up, it's ready for my next shave. I'm gonna go ahead, wash off the alum, and put on some Thayers. Alright, Thayers is on, feels fantastic. If you don't have any Thayers, I recommend picking it up. For me, I find it really cools my face down, and it gets my face ready for either an aftershave, splash, or balm. In this case, I'll be going with McDuff's the Hop Pocket Aftershave Splash. Has zero burn. It feels so nice. Wow. If you don't have McDuff's, go get it now. Okay, so now that the splash is on, and because there's an EDP, I'll go ahead next with the classic and one and only Creed Aventus. Alright guys, there's the end of the shave. Let me go ahead now and share my thoughts on the gear that I used for today. Let's start with the Razor Company's stainless steel razor. This thing is super efficient. It is very easy to use. Like I mentioned before, it's got some really nice weight to it. It looks fantastic. This is an all-around fantastic razor. Any nicks that I have given myself, that's user error, not the equipment, that's for sure. And now I'll share a quick thought on the Aylsworth Altare. Not only is this a beautiful looking brush, like look at this handle. The matte black is amazing, but the weight on it is fantastic. This G5C synthetic knot is amazing. So if you do pick up a handle from the Razor Company and you decide to purchase a knot from them as well, I would recommend the G5C synthetic. It's a great knot and an all around great brush. And now McDuff soaps. McDuff's soaps are outstanding. The way they lather, the way they feel in your face, the scent that comes out of them, they're amazing. So when I first got into traditional wet shaving, the only McDuff soaps I had were Christmas scents. Let me tell you, those scents are so good. I now have ventured off and picked up other scents from McDuff's. I've been thoroughly impressed with all of the McDuff's soaps that I currently have. Again, I don't think the Razor Company has a hot pocket, but I do know they carry a good variety of McDuff soaps. So if you're interested and you're like, you know what, maybe I'll give it a shot, do it. And in my opinion, I think you'll like it. And lastly, McDuff's Hot Pocket Aftershave Splash. This had zero burn. Felt so good. The explosion of scent coming out of this is incredible. My face feels fantastic. This is an all-around amazing splash. So if you're looking for a great soap set, once again, check out McDuff's, pick up their soap and splash, and you can thank me later. On that note, my name is Chris, here with the Razor Company. You make it a great shave, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.